National Hurricane Center.
They did it?
Now updating.
Okay.
Extremely dangerous Category 3 Hurricane Milton making landfall near Siesta Key, Florida.
There it is. Okay.
And still saying to expect life-threatening storm surge, extreme wind, flash flooding occurring over the Central Florida Peninsula. So now it is official. Siesta Key, right not too far from where our Erik Von Ancken was. Siesta Key, a place that so many of us.
Is Erik still up, by the way? I would imagine that he's still up, and I don't know if his
he's listening to us chat.
Yeah, and Erik, I'm sure you've been to Siesta Key before. So many people in Central Florida and in the state have visited that area. It is a beautiful, beloved area, and that is where the National Hurricane Center has announced that it made landfall.
They're actually saying it's only 5 miles west of Sarasota. So that's how close Erik is the official landfall.
And throughout this entire storm, our entire team of meteorologists have been talking about how compact this whole storm has been, unlike Helene, which had such a wide area.
It's starting to widen now that it weakens. Think of like an ice skater. The tighter the skater is, the faster it goes. So when the skater opens up its arms, that's when things start to weaken, and that's what we're starting to see. That's why the wind field has expanded so far.
So Milton's arms are expanding a little bit.
Exactly.
All right. Erik, can you still hear us, and what are conditions like right now that it's made landfall, according to the National Hurricane Center, and not far from where you are?
I can still hear you all, and conditions have not changed. If anything, it's sprinkling now, just slightly. I mean, ever so slightly. We're not getting soaked. Wind has not picked up. It is still eerily calm. And again, just the fact that, I mean, you can see the buildings behind me, just the fact that the power is still on here shows you that so far we haven't gotten rocked as bad as I think most people thought we would. And again, I know there's a second half of the storm moving through, but so far the eye hasn't exited this area because nothing has changed, right? We know that once the eye wall moves through, we're going to get the back half of all that wind, and I know there is some rain. Candace was talking about on the other side of it, but again, at this point, no change. It is eerily calm and eerily quiet and eerie to be in the eye wall of a Category 3 right now, and nothing around me is proving that to be the case.
Erik, I think one of the people who is the luckiest person, if you ever get to meet who owns that boat right there, and seeing it in those calm waters right now when it could have been a different situation, because I think I remember you a
couple hurricanes ago, saving someone from a boat.
Oh my gosh, you were helping get the guy's boat started. So that person made the right choice. Probably didn't know it at the time, but. Good on them.
And as we've been saying, Candace, wobbles matter. And so we've been looking at that cone for days now. And you were pinpointing those wobbles for us all throughout the day yesterday, a little bit to the north, a little bit to the south. And depending on where it wobbles can make a huge difference for people like that.
I mean, to be honest, the center of Milton, 5 miles south from where he is. So if that wobble would have been, let's say, 10 miles north, that storm surge would have been different.
Different live shot.
That would have been a different. That could have been a different live shot. I mean, it might not have been as wet, but certainly the storm surge would have been a concern.
And I don't know if we have that live video of Punta Gorda, which is just south of where the storm made landfall, but you can see more of that storm surge. It is dark out there, but you can still see some of that water coming up over the bay. There it is there. And you can see, I mean, off to the right side of your screen, the water, it looks almost like a river in that particular area.
Yeah, it does. You can see the waves there.
Yeah, I mean, and this made landfall still, you can't tell in Erik's live shot there, but it is a Category 3 hurricane. So it officially making landfall as a major hurricane. Now remember, that it's the right side of the storm, and the reason why the right side of the storm is always the worst is because not only do you have the 125 miles per hour surrounding it, that sustained wind, but also if it's going at a clip of 20 miles per hour, you have to add that speed to your sustained wind. So that's why it's always the worst on the right side.
But now is the time, should we worry about spin-ups of some tornadoes and that sort of thing that we saw earlier?
Well, I also want to point out that that's 52 miles from where it made landfall, that live shot.
Right, south.
So south of there. And so
the direction matters.
you've been showing us those maps of really the entire coastline that could be experiencing some storm surge.
I think
and
I have that graphic up if they want to pick it up on links on Lynx 1, it kind of shows where the winds are going, pulling away from the northern side, and then pushing all of that water towards the coast on the southern side.
So an hour south, there it is. That's what we've been looking at, and that's certainly based on the video that we're seeing tonight. Of course, we're going to see a lot more once the sun comes up and we can get a really good look at some of that storm surge and the damage that it's caused.
And it is going to be in the opposite side, by the way, once it gets to the East Coast. Like you were mentioning, that is why you can see from north of Milton as it exits out, that water's coming back on shore. So that's why we were talking about 3 to 6 foot storm surge for areas north of the Cape there up through Flagler.
Okay, so how long before we start seeing conditions deteriorate here in Central Florida, though?
We're gonna it's a downhill trend at this point in time. Now again, we're talking rainfall for the next several hours. Then as Milton's core goes over areas of Polk, Osceola, Brevard, that's going to be a pretty rough go. We do have reporters there. It's pretty much spread out all across Central Florida. So if you're not going to be dealing with that core of Milton, you're going to be dealing with the flooding rain. And then the coastline by early tomorrow morning will be the storm surge.
And once the eye makes its way further inland, I'm assuming that places like Sarasota, where Erik is, could start seeing more rain and more impacts there.
Right, yeah, the backside will have some of that rain. Again, that eye wall is a circle, right? So he cleared it. We saw some video of him where he was getting pelted and kind of tossed around a little bit from the rain. Then it was nothing. Then on the backside, he should be getting another bit of a wall.
So enjoy it while it lasts, Erik.
There's your window of opportunity.
You know, I'll tell you guys this: if there's one thing I learned, and I think Candace, you were, or Ginger, that was you talking about the yacht behind me. I was going to call it a boat, but it's certainly a yacht behind me. If there's one thing I learned about these hurricanes, you know, it comes down to time and place. You know, depending on what you believe. I like to use the word luck a lot, right? Do you have good luck or do you have bad luck? I mean, this was just incredible luck. And again, this is assuming that this moves through once the eyewall clears here and it moves through and it doesn't mess up these boats. But, you know, again, it's a matter of time. And, you know, we always say it's not if, it's when. It's a matter of time that it will happen to all of us, right? I mean, it's been a while since, you know, we've had any sort of track like this across Central Florida, but it was bound to happen, right? So all you can do, and the message is always the same from us, right? This is why we do this. This is why we're on TV several days ahead of this storm and telling people, if you get ready and you're disappointed that it wasn't worse at your house, amen, that's great. You know, all day long we'll take that. Because for so many other people, this storm is so wide, it is so powerful. So many other people are hurting from this storm. They're still hurting from the one 2 weeks ago. And for them, it was just awful luck being in that place at that time to where the storm just devastated them. It seems the folks here in Sarasota got a break, but, you know, they took the hit 2 weeks ago, and we're taking a hit now in Central Florida. Again, you know, I'm checking in with my wife. I'm hearing, you know, I know you guys are nervous about what you've already gotten so far and what is coming through, but that's why the message is always the same. Is it going to be your turn? You know, we don't know until we know. So, you know, I be ready, right?
Yeah, tonight's a good night to be lucky instead of good. So I'll take the luck any day on a situation like this one.
Yeah.
Erik, thank you.